Before we start rear mapping, we select on the left in the mapping tree one of the present mapping groups. In the third column of the mapping tools, we have listed all rear mapping tools available. We start with the upper four functions: polygon, freehand line, cubic spline and arc. Activate polygon and draw with left mouse click the individual support points. With right mouse click, the polygon is completed. We switch the mapping class and draw the next mapping area. While we draw a polygon, an automatic control for coinciding lines runs along, meaning you cannot draw crossing lines. If you wish to remedy single incorrect points, you can do so by pressing Ctrl and Z and then continue. Complete with right mouse click. Later on, by using the hammer tool, you activate the mapping area and can adjust with left mouse click the position of individual points. If satisfied, right mouse click, apply. Now the freehand line. We start with left mouse click and move the cursor over the work area. The line you see describes the cursor movement on the paper area, and the point cap is depending on the current screen resolution you set up. For example, we zoom out and draw another freehand line. We zoom further in and draw a third one. And select now all three with the hammer tool. If you wish to work regularly with freehand line, you need to take into account to use always the same screen resolution in your project. Next is the cubic spline function. With left mouse click, just like the polygon, you set the individual points, and when moving the cursor you can watch the effects on the spline curves. Same as the polygon function, you can select spline areas with the hammer tool and change position of single points. Right mouse click to apply the changes. We move on to the arc tool. With left mouse click we set start, middle and end point. At this, middle point means any desired point on the arc. The endpoint function is also a start point, and we set middle point, end point, and right mouse click to end the function. Again, with the hammer tool you can relocate and correct arc points. Selecting the hammer tool and pressing left mouse click, we can select all drawn mapping areas, right mouse click to delete the elements. The already shown drawing tools can also be combined in one mapping area by pressing the Tab key. We start with polygon, press now the Tab key to switch between the drawing tools, and with every pressing the function jumps to the next. We hold at the freehand line, measure the start point, move the mouse cursor as we please, and press the tabulator key to switch now to the spline tool. Can move on to the arc or skip it. and right mouse click to complete. Again, it is possible for you to adjust the form by using the hammer tool. And again, press right mouse click to apply the changes. For editing a polygon you have several tools to work with. As already shown, you can edit single points, but using that on a freehand line makes little sense, and for that you use area cutting tools, which I will show you now. You press escape to apply the changes, or if you are not content with the result, you can undo it with the usual function. We start another polygon area and tag it with the hammer tool. If you work with an area drawn solely with the polygon tool, you can delete with this function single points of your polygon or draw a new contour. We have to start at an already existing point, so we can choose one of our liking. Click once with left mouse click and draw our new outline. End the new line at an existing point with left mouse click. And choose now the polygon half that shall stay with the left mouse click. The other half is deleted automatically. Right mouse click and apply to save the changes. We go on to the next set of mapping tools. You can draw rectangles. If later on you use the hammer tool to adjust a point, the rectangle form will remain. The next function is for drawing circles. When activating the tool, this small pop-up dialog opens that measures the radius of your circle after you drew it. Now we get the radius and can activate use input. Now we can draw circles of exactly the same size just by measuring the central point. Or we can enter our own radius, 1 centimeter, and draw the respective circles. Change the radius. If use input is deactivated again, we measure from central point the radius on our own. Besides the function central point radius, you have a tool with 3 points on the circle arc. Again, we delete all elements. The next tool is for ellipses using rectangles. Meaning you draw a rectangle on which an ellipse will be scaled. With the dialog construction of ellipses, we can record the measurement or edit them. And can now see the pre-built ellipse. Can adjust the rotation angle and so on. With the tool ellipsis semi-axis, you have to draw the long axis first and then determine the magnitude of the shorter axis. With the function ellipsis arc, you start again with the longer half axis, the shorter one, and then measure the start and end point of the ellipse fragment. With Magic Wand you can tag areas in the picture using the gray level of pixels. And using the cat magic wand you can let the program recognize area elements automatically based on a cat drawing or already drawn mapping elements such as joints or stone surfaces. But we will show that in another video.